Hi guys, I'm back again with another video, and I'm just going to do a real quick video of 5 PSP games I think everyone should play. That, if you're into RPGs and you own a PSP, you definitely have to play these games. Now, just real quick, I want to apologize for the quality of my videos. I've been using my phone just to get started. I do have an HD camcorder, but I can't find the charger cable for it. It was my son's birthday party the other day, and we misplaced it. And also, I don't have a tripod, so I don't know how I'm going to hold it up and show myself. I don't even know if I want to be shown on camera, because I don't know, that would be weird. But these are just, just my opinion and thoughts. And I don't mean to, I'm not trying to force any of my views down your throat. But just to get started here, the first game I'm going to talk about, I'm going to try to mispronounce it, is Yggdra Union. We'll Never Fight Alone. This was originally a Game Boy Advance game, and it got ported to the PSP. And it's a tactical RPG, and it's part of the Department Heaven series. And it didn't get too many good reviews from what I read or saw. And some of the problems were that, since they got ported to the PSP, they could have done something with the graphics. They're just polished Game Boy Advance games, graphics. But graphics don't make a good game, guys, especially in the RPG genre. If you're playing games for graphics, you're retarded and stupid and pretty shallow. But this game, the story isn't the greatest. It's kind of like kind of like Riviera, the first game in the Department Heaven series. It's not really like in Riviera, you kind of forgot what the fuck your purpose was. But it ended real nicely, in my opinion. And with Yggdra Union, I'm sorry, I'm gonna kill that name every time I fucking try to pronounce it. The story was better than Riviera. It was just all done through static images and voice acting, which is nice. And then there's some text that you have to read too as well. So if you don't like reading because you're fucking stupid, this isn't a game for you. But if you're into tactical RPGs, I highly recommend giving this a shot. It's different. The battle system's very different. There's a slight learning curve, but once you go through it and play a couple of missions, you'll get the hang of it. And it's not that hard of a game. I read that the difficulty in this is extremely hard. The Game Boy Advance version is even harder. And then once you beat it, you can unlock the hard difficulty setting on this. And I played through that as well, and it wasn't even that much difficult. It's just a few things were different. And it has multiple endings, but there's only 3, I believe. And I got all 3. And it wasn't that hard to get, It's an enjoyable game. So if you're into tactical RPGs, you like a good challenge, definitely try this out. It's not too hard. On my first playthrough, if I died, if a mission was difficult, and it didn't get difficult till the end of the game, I would only die once, and then I would know, oh, okay, now I know what the fuck to do. And then I would go back and, demolish. It's a card-based tactical RPG. Don't let the card-based thing steer you away from the game. It's just it uses cards instead of a job class, which is still cool, and the cards look real fucking awesome. But yeah, you did Union. I sound retarded, so I'm gonna move on. The next game is another tactical RPG that everyone should have played before it got ported to the PSP, and that's Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, if you own a PSP, even if you beat this game before, you need to play the PSP version, the War of the Lion version. The cutscenes, the animated cutscenes, are just worth it alone in this version. It gives it it makes the story more it just makes it better. great game. This is like the fucking granddaddy of fucking tactical RPGs. Great graphics. This game will take hours of your life, but you'll enjoy every single second of it. So if you own a PSP, you definitely have to play Final Fantasy Tactics Wars Online. And these next 3 games are all games in a series, and that's the Shin Megami Tensei Persona series. Now, I told myself I would never get involved with this series. It just looked like it never appealed to me when they were out for the PS2 games. I'd never heard of the first 2 games when I was playing PlayStation 1 because I was a kid, and I just never heard of it. But I saw this at Best Buy. I wasn't even hunting or anything for games. I was just looking around at Best Buy, and this was used for like $10 or something like that, complete too. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, you know what, whatever. And I took it home. I started playing it, and I love Persona, the first one. It's what they did with the original PlayStation 1. What they did was to make it more appealing to American players. They made one of the characters black. They changed some of the names and shit like that. And I just couldn't imagine playing that version of the game. This is the real Japanese version. It's in English, but you know everyone's Japanese in the game with their original names. It also has the Snow Queen quest, which wasn't included in the original PlayStation 1 version. The Snow Queen quest is basically like an alternate route you can go to beating the game with a different ending and a different story somewhere. It's like kind of like a side quest that's gigantic as fuck, and it ends the game just differently. It was very challenging. This game is hard as fuck. Well, for me it was, because it was my first Persona. I didn't get the fusion that well, but it was really addicting. The story was good. The gameplay was fucking awesome. It brought me back to the Phantasy Star days, because the dungeon crawling is in first person, and then the gameplay was kind of like the battles were they kind of looked like a tactical RPG. You just didn't move around. But it's a really good game, and if you are a fan of the Persona series and haven't played the first one, go online and find Persona for the PSP, man. It's good to go back to origins of series and see where they came from. And this game is hard, man. It will fuck up your shit if you don't know what you're doing. But once you beat it, it's satisfying as fuck, you know? And really great game. So if you own a PSP and haven't played Persona, go out and fucking play it right now. Next is Innocent Sin. Persona 2 Innocent Sin, which I got this little complete thing. It came with the soundtrack, which was cool. Right off the bat, this was 10 times better than the first one, even though part 1 is fucking awesome in my opinion. This game's story was just a lot more better. This game is so fucking good. It is so good. It's so good. I went online and ordered Eternal Punishment for the PlayStation 1, so I can play it back to back. I can play this one and that one back to back. And I spent $80 on my copy of Eternal Punishment. That was an expensive PlayStation 1 game in my opinion. Not as much as the Suikoden games, but I've owned those since they were released, so I didn't pay that much anyway. But Persona 2 is, in my opinion, a lot better than the first one. Not as good as Eternal Punishment, in my opinion, but it's almost like parallel the same game, just things are slightly different, but it's still a great game to play. And to me, to get the full Persona 2 experience, you need to play both games. So if you're going to play this game, go out and somehow at least play Eternal Punishment. I'm not going to say go out and spend $80 on the game, but get a ROM, or if you have custom firmware, download the game or whatever, and give it and play these games back to back. You won't regret it. And the third game is Persona 3 P3P, Persona 3 Portable. This is my introduction to Persona 3. I didn't play it for the PlayStation 2, but I did play it for this. After playing this, I went out and bought it for PlayStation 2, and I completed that, and also the extra bonus. But this game is fucking awesome. Even though they cut out the anime cutscene, which I thought I would not like at all, it didn't really, like, the story was still told so well that I didn't care. Like, I was like, I don't really need. I'm fine with these static images. It almost made it more intimate. And Persona 3 is one of those games that I could probably play over and over and over and never get tired of the story. It's just so fucking cool. And what's cool about this version is you can play as a female protagonist or a male protagonist from the PlayStation 2 version. And with the female protagonist, it has some different, things you can do with the dating sim aspects and whatnot. And it's just a really awesome game. And what's cool is, I didn't really care when I played the PlayStation 2 version, but in this version you control all the other characters in your party in battle. Whereas in the PlayStation 2 version, you only control the main character, and then you can set your other characters to do certain things, but they pretty much do things on their own. I kind of liked it like that. I got used to it when I played the PlayStation 2 version after this, and I was like, it's not so bad. I don't know what people were fucking bitching, complaining about. But yeah, man, the Persona series for the PSP are definitely must-plays. And those are my not my top 5 PSP games by no means, but I just wanted to talk about some games that if you own a PSP, you definitely should consider playing. Final Fantasy Tactics was a fucking given, and the Persona games even might be a given, but I don't hear so many people talk about Part 1, or even Innocent Sin that much. And especially this game, man. Don't fucking listen to anyone else. Give this game a fucking shot. It's highly addicting, and it's really awesome. It's a solid tactical RPG. And those are my 5 PSP games that you should definitely check out if you own a PSP. This video's gone on for kind of too long, so I'm going to end it here. And I'll probably do another 5 games you should play in a couple of days or something like that on the PSP, or maybe a different system or whatever. But yeah, thank you for watching, and until next time.